It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my...
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may... I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Goldet one of...
Just everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time.
I fear that peeking would have been a little... Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an... Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and in the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on... You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain... Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back. To play the spider while our foes skirt...
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to...
Ooh, isn't this...
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground,
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper.
The secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they? If possible, I'd like to have your trust. You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I originally thought with someone of her character on the Qixing. I've had some extra messages but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. For sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be... Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from... I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in... With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's...
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite, so that... Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So...
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can...
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices! Just imagine, how much more a whole Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, Sigil of permission, something, Fatui, research, copy. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading but research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of... That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers.
right here. Let's end this quickly. It's time for a flash chill to the bone.
Life goes on.
Keep back!
No escape! Opening box of Adepti Tricks.
Keep back! Counterattack! Cold cut blood! Finally, some quiet. Let's move.
Faster? Okay, fast.
Eat up! Eat up! You need to hurry up! Roasted fry! You need to hurry up! This one's well done! You need to hurry up! Roasted fry! Keep back! You need to hurry up! This one's well done! An unfortunate fault!
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows. It looks... But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission and being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, and the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua. Let's go! Paimon hates being...
Right on time. I myself own... Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is...
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to...
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a business. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No, it's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the... No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qing's Seville... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more...
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is this because they sang a song from Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals, the glaze lilies used as a disguise, were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent...
Well, that's nice and all, but will those
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Yangu? Who's that? You've completely forgotten my name, haven't you? Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chip?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell.
Something seems a little off about Ganyi. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days,
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just when the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, the other five, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer of the current 7 Archons. The youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue with... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just say as an
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this... Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are... I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just...
We dare not.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the...
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, if you would excuse me, I should return.
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business and
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? All right, I think it's about time we head back to... What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... Buffetui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, however, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to get...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinate...
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the act. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the...
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope... Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole... He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this? The golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed? This is where all of Teyvat's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look. Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. It's quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey... Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Poor time. Passable effort. So quick to flee. You've made some progress. Poor timing. Passable effort. A clear shot. Cowering already? Unbecoming. Not bad, not bad. Poor timing. You're wide open. You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. All you do is run. No use hiding back there.
Fast to flies.
You've got some skills. All you do is run. I'll crush you. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over. Now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Die here.
I taste blood.
Show me you went.
Look! Child's back to normal.
Well then, time to... It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my... This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still... Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is all... As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geor Archon in the Archon. If such an ancient god would be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing...
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our... Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest... But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geor Archon to show its hand, but you as well... Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? did. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden... Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon...
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this
Oh, Paimon gets it. So, just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention with... Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gather...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? Wait, all of you were supposed to be...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista, and as fate would have it, one who did... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adept. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
This should be fun. My duty. An unfortunate fault. Cook this through.
Keep back!
Too low.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
My work.
Keep back!
Let's end this quickly.
Luigi's attacking again! There are so many things we can do! We can't look!
heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body, it's like the tiny giant curse. Wow, it's a matter pink shockwave. This green is really strong.
No one escapes like this. Bet you can't keep...
Just begun. I miscalculated.
Nice.
My duty at an end.
I will end you.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Gunny's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Orders given. Orders received.
You're not going anywhere.
Link!
Freshness preserved. My duty.
Get back!
At an end.
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
This is it.
Lots of adeptal tricks. Over here! Over here! Look at me.
Freshness preserved. Disgusting.
Use my soul.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Jean will be upset if she catches us.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed been... The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to... Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovabilist. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is this... Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city.
Are you questioning our means of protecting...
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our...
Forebears, you say? One down...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule, but I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say out loud?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock.
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come... I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise...
Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. Although their blood is weak, there is... The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead...
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave,
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract, fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power one...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this...
Looks like the conflict between human... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace. Child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we... Paimon doesn't get it, but isn't the strongest... Slade we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong... Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make...
Faster? Okay, faster.
Just take a few more minutes rest.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the... Oh, it seems that some of...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that, nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but what?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat!
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowds, asking my...
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that... Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept for so... That's right. Which is why...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when fate...
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Senora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seize the opportunity to supplant Leo as divine protectors.
Huh? That doesn't sound good.
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god,
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used about... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the ocean?
Yes, and to think that...
Say, do you think the person...
Now that you mention it, I mean it all fits together. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess?
Forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Oh, so Rex... Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin... There's only one real Fatui. Shh.
Faster?
Here ye are, though a dragon gods and adept rumors, and here having been thwarted in his trial. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what... So that's how the... Something feels off. Why would... Could the Qixing already have... Did Zhongli tell them in... Exactly, right? watching?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the
3,700.
We, the people of Liyue.
The long, unending dream of our...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have an...
Huh? Is she looking the...
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the...
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And that... Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Huh. But well, that's fine.
Perhaps.
As for the
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone... And here you are looking up...
Right. If...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed...
You're right. I do...
But why would Morax lack...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in...
Oh, no wonder! But since you weren't used to not being able to just make...
Well, we were only spending for in the city of commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhong. That is true. But the...
Paimon thinks that...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation... Yes. The Electro-Archon Ball. And...
Paimon thinks we've heard that...
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazu...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their but if a person shows true strength of will at it, this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how people
But starting from last year, the Raiden...
Vision hunt
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within
They want to seize visions? But what...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes,
Whoa. That's hot.
the Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed, knowing her, she must have again quoted that added 7. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this.
One, two, breathe. 3, 4, and...